fresh picked, in the kitchen and on your plate in under 20 minutes.
Turning urban landscapes into productive grow spaces, Chris is cultivating a new idea.
What we're doing is essentially we're selling farms to restaurants, and we're not just selling produce.
What started as a seedling concept has now grown into a commercial agriculture business.
Our mission is to increase local food production and to create a tangible alternative to the industrial food system.
With nearly 12,000 square feet of produce at Dockside Green, Topsoil is freshening up the farm-to-table movement.
We utilize unused space in downtown Victoria by implementing productive gardens, and then we sell that produce directly to the surrounding restaurants.
Producing hundreds of pounds per week, Chris is working with local chefs to exclusively grow what they need. From kale to hops, he has their menus covered.
The next couple of weeks, we're going to reconfigure everything. We're going to bring down some tomatoes and some cucumbers and some summer squash. So as soon as those start cranking out, we're probably going to be doing, I don't know, probably about 500 pounds per week.
And his partners at Piamo, Canoe Club, and Spinnakers are thrilled. Every morning, Chris hand delivers them the freshest produce possible.
The whites, these are the typical use of a turnip in one of my dinner specs, but then the greens, which are so wonderful and fresh because they're coming right from the farm, like 2 minutes away, we're using just chopped up as a sort of a nice spicy element on our pizza spec.
And how does he get it there so quick?
Once the boxes are full, we weigh them, and then we put them in the bike, and they go directly into the fridge. So there's no lag time.
Peddling his produce not only removes all emissions from the equation, it is speeding up local food distribution.
Our food goes through this massive distribution system from California and Mexico to all the way to us. So it's getting, wrapped in plastic packaging, it gets trucked, it gets ferried, it gets warehoused, it gets sold, it gets resold. So by the time it gets to us, it's lost a lot of its tastes, its nutrients, its textures. So when you eat something that is harvested literally within minutes, the taste is night and day, and the nutrient value is all right there.
And with a quick turnaround, less food is going to waste.
Typically you wouldn't use the turnip tops because they've been in the back of a truck for 2 weeks and they're all wilty, but you can see how wonderful and vibrant they are. So yeah, the taste is awesome.
So we have, I think it's like 40% of the food that we're producing is actually going into the landfills, which is a huge problem. And that stuff's all good. It's definitely still edible.
So to help mitigate waste, Chris is composting food scraps with the goal of creating a more sustainable city.
So this is what you want it to look like, nice black. We are partnered up with a really cool company that picks up the food waste from downtown Victoria, including the 3 restaurants that we supply to. They turn that food waste into high quality compost, and we use that compost to grow food back for the restaurants. So we were able to create a closed loop food system.
An all natural network that you can be a part of.
We can turn any space into a garden. We can do undeveloped land, we can do rooftops, we can do patios, we can do balconies, we can do parking lots. With any surface that's open, we could turn it into a productive food garden, which is great.
And as more gardens pop up, Chris hopes people will connect with where their food is coming from.
You can't put a price on understanding growing your own food, even if you're not growing it, seeing it being grown. I think it's awesome when you can be part of the entire process, not just eating it.
And what's better than something that comes straight from your neighborhood, creating an agrihood?
That's sweet.
In Victoria, I'm Lisa Pysmenny for Go on Shaw TV.